pretty awesome little birds. Alright, there are two different species of shrike in North America. There's the northern shrike and then there's the loggerhead shrike. But all the shrikes that we're looking at today are all loggerhead shrikes. Did you know that a group of shrikes is called an abattoir? Here's one for you. Did you know that thorn birds and butcher birds are just different names for shrikes? And well, I think they've earned that name. Alright, so loggerhead shrikes have 4 to 6 eggs per year, and when the female is incubating her eggs, the male will go over, it will guard the nest and find her food. Then when the eggs hatch, both male and female will both take turns looking for food and raising their young. Then they will both find a suitable place to build a nest as a couple. But just pray you grow up to be a big, strong shrike, or you'll be ripped apart by your parents and then fed to your siblings. Now, don't let size deceive you. Shrikes punch way above their weight class. They'll hunt prey just as big as himself. Did you know that shrikes can be found across North America, Europe, Asia, and Africa? Now, these birds don't have teeth. Well, that's true, but shrikes have a very interesting beak. They have an interlocking spike that just allows them to just crush bones and break spines. It's called a tormal tooth. Their beak is also incredibly sharp and curved. It's just perfect for ripping into flesh and just tearing things apart. Did you know that loggerhead means blockhead? Well, that's because loggerhead shrikes have a huge head in proportion to their body compared to other birds you might find at a similar size. Alright, now what do these birds eat? Well, loggerhead shrikes eat bugs, lizards, snakes, mice, and even other birds. But what makes these birds interesting is that they'll pick apart their prey and then they'll grab them and impale them on thorns or barbed wire just to save them for later. Now, if you ever stumble upon a shrike stash, it's actually called a pantry. Now, they'll do this to get ready for winter or to impress mates. Alright, did you know that when a shrike hunts poisonous prey, like a lubber grasshopper, it will impale it, wait a few days for the poisons to break down, and then come back and feast on it? It's pretty incredible. Quick one for you, did you know that shrikes are the only known predatory songbird? Now, these birds are very predatory, but they are not birds of prey. These birds are passerines, perching birds. They're very predatory, but don't get them confused with birds of prey. Now, loggerhead shrikes like mostly open areas. They like prairies, savannas, and drylands, but really anywhere where the land is fairly open and there's shrubs, especially thorny shrubs. Now, loggerhead shrikes are a species of concern out here in Montana, but they're endangered in my home back in Ontario. Due to habitat loss, roadside collisions, and pesticides, their numbers are hurting, especially in their eastern populations. I've never seen a loggerhead shrike in the wild, but I've always kept my eyes out, and it's been a real treat. Now, these birds might not be the nicest birds out there, or really at all. But I do enjoy seeing these tiny monsters, and I really wish I could see them more at my home backyard.